home residents, it's your Mayor Alistair back, and we have some huge news. Something that shakes the very foundation of the MonsterVerse as we know it. This thing opens the door for so much going to the future, including bringing Ghidorah back and even zombie titans? Yes, I know that sounds crazy, but just trust me here, it's a possibility now. But what is the reason for this? What have we learned that's told us Ghidorah could return in Godzilla x Kong 3? Or not just that, literally any deceased titan? Well, we have to take a look at the newly released MonsterVerse Declassified, Legendary's new anthology graphic novel that has several stories on different categorized titans. Backers to the Kickstarter campaign have received digital versions of this comic, which means yours truly has read it, and it's awesome. Loads of great stuff in here. It covers Behemoth, Doug, Abaddon, Tiamat, and even cameos Amaluk, and shows off a new starfish monster that's been confirmed to be called Abzu. But today we draw our attention to the Tiamat portion of the story. Now, I won't go over everything in the story because I don't want to spoil everything for you, so I'll just cover the stuff that specifically involves this new plot point that's been introduced. Before we declassify Titanus Tiamat, give this video a like, because the more likes a video gets, the more views it gets, and that's what we would like. So please do it, and while you're at it, subscribe and stomp the notification button to become a resident of our lovely town of Dangerville today. I have to thank the creators of this comic, writer David Boer, artist Drew Zucker, and colorist Vittorio Astone. You all did a great job. The comic starts out with some monarch scientists in the Arctic Ocean studying the remains of Tiamat following her battle with the King of the Monsters in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. And upon inspection, they find this mysterious pink substance left floating in the ocean. What's interesting about this comic is that most of the dialogue is coming from none other than Bernie Hayes of his Titan Truth podcast, who's hacked into Monarch and uncovered a bunch of secret documents. We then see Tiamat through different periods of time, which is super cool, and then we cut back to the Monarch scientist looking closely at the sample of pink goo left in the wake of Godzilla and Tiamat's battle. Bernie states that Tiamat that fought and died in Ghidorah was in fact powered up, and that Monarch's current explanation was extreme solar winds, which was like an all-you-can-eat buffet of radiation, and that Monarch is currently looking for other uses of this source of power. But as this comic will soon show, that power came from a different source. When we next see Tiamat, she's following a stream of the pink stuff, likely looking for food, before she's ambushed by a grotesque starfish-like monster, Abzu, who tangles itself around the Serpentine Titan. It spits the pink substance into Tiamat, but it proves to be no match, as Tiamat begins tearing it apart limb by limb, and its body proceeds to sink to the ocean floor. Tiamat proceeds to enter its home, smelling the energy source coming from within, and there lies more of the weird pink substance. And then she rests after her fight, the goo engulfing Tiamat's body. Following this, when Monarch were excavating the area, theorizing of another entrance to the Hollow Earth, they attempted to collect the remains of Abzu and came across Tiamat's new home. But then she burst out of the tunnel to protect her territory, shooting out a similar attack that the starfish had, which destroyed the vessel, implying that she has absorbed some characteristics from the deceased monster. Now Tiamat is defeated, Monarch can properly inspect Tiamat's home without threat of destruction, and find out what this power source really was, and what they discover is truly shocking. The substance has no detectable rate of decay. This means that this power source could theoretically lead to immortality. Bernie then goes on to say Monarch is definitely looking for how this power can be used to enhance other titans, but also feels like we're being kept in the dark, that there may even be a dark side to Monarch, and they're planning something big. Bernie theorizes that Monarch may be looking for ways to regenerate titans, and no, not just their wounds and injuries, but full on bringing them back from the dead. That's right, Titan resurrection. Bernie specifically calls them zombie titans and says it's not only a bad idea, but will definitely get out of hand. The comic ends with a look at Tiamat's remains that are being kept in Monarch's Hollow Earth outpost, and the rate of decay is at 0, which means Tiamat may very well return after taking a while to regenerate her body, which would be wild to see, but with Monarch keeping her in containment, who knows what they have in store for her. So, where does this leave us in the MonsterVerse? This is probably the biggest bit of new lore that's come out for the series since we finally first saw the Hollow Earth, and its implications are massive. This means that any Titan Godzilla or Kong has faced could come back as antagonists in the future entries. Rimarak? Yes. The Mutos? Sure. Scar King? Maybe. Anguirus? It's possible. Ghidorah? Very much likely. The floodgates are being opened here for any monster to return, given the power is successfully utilized. If the power can only partly regenerate the Titans, it could lead to Monarch needing to patch them up with mechanical parts, leading to... You know what? I'll let you use your imagination for that. I'll just say, Bernie confirmed the substance is non-reactive to Earth chemicals and metals, so anything's possible. The prospects of zombie titans roaming around the planet sounds both crazy and incredible? Imagine Godzilla x Kong 3 being about Godzilla and Kong having to fight off all their past adversaries who have been resurrected as horrifying undead monsters, seeking revenge as their last memories are of being slaughtered by these alpha titans, leading to a destroy all monsters type scenario that serves as a love letter for all the MonsterVerse films that came before it. It's possible now we have this weird, mysterious substance. Hell, even Dagon, another member of Godzilla's species, could return, meaning Godzilla would have to fight another one of his own. We actually have a full video on that coming soon, so subscribe to know when we post it. There's so much potential here, and the possibilities are literally endless. We've been saying ever since Godzilla x Kong hinted that humans will turn on the Titans and try to take over control of the Hollow Earth from them, that humans will try and create their own monsters. So this new mystery substance could be part of that puzzle, especially with Bernie stating there is something dark happening at Monarch. Perhaps some government operatives working in the shadows, learning how to use the power of the Titans against them. If this is a hint towards where the films are going, I'm very excited. The recent Kong game also featured this mysterious substance, so clearly they have big plans for it. But what do you think will happen with this power source? Do you like this idea or not? Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and stomp the notification button to become a resident of Dangerville today. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you residents in the next one.